All right, so GameStar Mechanic. Now, when I was first introduced to GameStar Mechanic, I was like, all right, so my kids can make a game. So what? And then I started actually getting into it, and the whole intro, the whole beginning, you have to go. The kids actually go on an actual quest. They're actually playing the games, but the quest is teaching them how to make the games. But it's also very heavy on the story component. It talks about the plot-driven story and how each level is like a chapter, and it's just a small part of an overall picture. And each chapter has to have a purpose. The character has to have triumphs and tragedies all along the way, and there's a final conclusion that gives the player like peace of mind, like, oh, I accomplished something. And so they actually show how the story works all the way through. And as I've been using this, I found out that this is a great way that our students at Alta can do book reports, because they can actually, instead of writing a report about what the book was, they can recreate the book kind of in a different fashion, because you're not always going to find the same kind of characters, but you can have them be put in the same situations. And there's little message blocks up at the top, so that they can put little messages, so your guy can hit the message block and information about the book can pop up and explain a little bit about the book. We went a step further for our history classes, and we started having the kids recreate battles from world battles, or World War II battles, World War I battles, or even Civil War battles. But instead of using United States people, they used like a samurai instead. So they kind of changed the story around. But they still showed the teachers that they knew what they were talking about. And they really got into it because they were the creators of their own content. And that's really something I want to make sure that you understand, that, you using technology is great, but the whole idea behind this is so you feel comfortable enough to allow the kids to make and be the creators of their own content, right? Like last week, hopefully you put put the tablets in the kids' hands, and you saw them actually make a short video. You saw them make short little animations, and this will let you have them make each other's games. And it also creates a great community in your class, because you tell the kids, now I want you to play each other's games and leave comments about what they're doing good, what they didn't understand, and the kids can go back and use those comments to make an even better game. So it creates great collaboration within the class. And as a teacher, you get a free teacher account. So I want to show you what the free teacher account looks like. And what you would do is you would come down here and click on For Teachers, and you'd sign up for a teacher account. You'd put in your actual teacher email, and you'd put in your school that you're at. They'll confirm you, and they'll give you a teacher account. And what that does, let me log in. Make sure. What it allows you to do is the students can be added to your class, and you can actually follow along with their progress in the class. And it's all free.
Are we doing the 30-day free trial?
If you sign up with a teacher, you get it all for free. So there should be.
This is the screen that he gave me after I said teacher.
Sign up and log in, and then see teachers with your GameStar account. So sign up first, and then you can request to become a teacher version. And let me show you what that means. So when I click on my workshop, I can come down here to my classes. It lets you create one class, and then you can have as many students as you want. Now the students get a free basic account. I had my students give me $5 a piece, and I gave them a free headset so they can play the game and listen to their game on the headsets. But the headsets cost me $2. So we had 3 extra, and so I bought them the premium account for $2 per kid. And then the extra $1 was to pay for those kids who couldn't afford the $5 donation of that $5. So you don't have to do that, but it kind of gave the students a little bit more features, I guess, more premium packs. I don't know. But the free version is pretty easy. And you can see all these kids are in it. You can see how many games that they have published. You can see how many they're drafting right now. You can see how many reviews they've given other kids. So you can tell this one kid, Jared, he was in my Exploring Tech class, and then I had him as my TA. And since he was such a good student in my tech class, I told him, you're going to be my webmaster for as my TA. So he would come in and he would do my entire website every day.
Nice.
Because I taught him how to do it all. And so every year after that, I started pulling from the tech class, saying, you're going to be my webmaster. But you can tell he made 31 games. He reviewed 149, left 35 comments on other kids' games, and you can see his quest progress, 103 out of 115. You can see that Darian, he was more of wanting to get past all the quests. So he passed way above. He went 134 out of 15. I'm sorry that screen is a little bit low. I can always zoom in there, but he did that. And then project completion, I gave them 5 projects, and it showed that they completed all 5. And so as the teacher, you get a nice little tracker, and that's free for the teacher. You get 1 educational class, and then you get as many kids that you want into it, and they get the free basic. And then for $2 per kid, you can upgrade them to the premium. And of course, every year, if you want to get the class back down, you can always remove those kids from your class. But what I wanted to show you was, I think Ben did it. Yep, Ben right here. He created these games. I had Ben was done. So I said, he was in my science class as well. And I said, well, why don't you make a game as a review for our quizzes coming up? He goes, okay. So he made the California 8th grade standards Unit 2 science quiz for me. And he was glad to do it because he loved making these games. He didn't think that I was giving him an assignment. He thought I was giving him a chance to play around. And you actually play the game, play the level, and it's just like this. You click on question 1. What is the upward force of a fluid called? Okay, so you have to go and it's not if it's not tension. So if I go down that row, that guy's gonna kill me. Buoyancy. That sounds about right. Whoops. Compression, that's not it. Gravity, that's not it, right? So the kids see all the choices. They're probably better at playing these games than me because I can't get through that little gap. There we go.
Oh, you're the little
And I get to go past them because he made that guy not dangerous, but these guys are. So if I didn't know the answer, I'm dead and I can't move forward. And then here's the next question. Object floats if its buoyancy is equal to or greater than what? Well, I know it's the object's weight. Amount of fluid displaced. Weight, so I know that's going to be the answer, but let me show you one that's not the answer. And I'm dead because that was the wrong answer. It allows the kids to play a review, still get the questions, get the right answers, and pass the level at the same time. So it's a great way to have the kids play a review game that they made or another kid made. And it's a great way for you to have the kids be the creators of their own content. And you can use these year after year for reviews in the future for the kids. And so everything is found for once you start. And did everybody sign up? Yeah. So once you start, you would start, let's see, it's in your quest right here. And you would play the free quest, Addison Joins the League. And you'd have your kids play it. And they would go through the quest, and it teaches them about the story arcs and the building of a great story and how to move the blocks into place and how to choose a good background and how to choose a good character and how to choose. It tells them if the game is too easy, everybody's gonna beat it, and they're like, yeah, it's too easy. I don't want to play it anymore. If it's too hard, they're gonna get frustrated and give up. So it has to have that great medium ground of being hard enough, but not too easy. So it does a great job with storytelling. And so that's how I show teachers why I use this, and I really emphasize using it in my teachers' AB classes and their history classes, because it really gets the kids involved in the story, really gets the kids involved in the creation of battles and stuff like that. But you can imagine all the different ways you can use this in your class for any type of reason. I remember somebody did the water cycle with this, and the whole background was like water sprites, and they just did a whole bunch of great things. So this is what I wanted to show you guys tonight. I wanted this week to kind of be a nice, not necessarily easy week, but something that's easy to accomplish when you're still trying to complete your paper and your final project, which is due in week 8. So I want you to kind of play around with this a bit. I want you to look around and be comfortable with using the blocks and using the characters. You get 2 different styles of video game. You saw the side scrolling like the original Mario, and then there's top down like the original Legend of Zelda. So there's side scrolling and then there's top down. Or you can have it just go up. The sides are static, and then you just go upwards to complete the level. So there's lots of different ways. You can have the entire thing open. You can just have the box so that there is no above, there is no below, there is no sides. It's just the box is a level. So there's lots of different ways that you can go and approach it. But I would like you just to, start it up. I'd like you to get started on the Addison kind of joins the league and just see how it is. And then once they start giving you some things to play around with, I want you to start playing around with this and just start thinking, do I want to make a game for my kids as my project? Or do I want to have my kids make a game and I can turn in a few of their games as my this week's project? So that's kind of what I'm thinking about for this week. Completely up to you. You make the game and turn it in, and it should be about 5 levels. So if you do have your kids do it, it's going to have to be 5 levels. But a level doesn't have to be this big, long thing. A level can just be a real quick thing, as long as it fits in with your story.
So how do we find that Addison Jones?
It's going to be under your quest. Once you sign in, there's a quest button. So you're in. So go back to just regular game start mechanic. Oh, I think maybe. There we go, and then quest. And a lot of it is pretty self-intuitive once you start it's just drag and drop to create your world. I had a couple kids recreate the first couple levels of the original Mario on there too, which is pretty neat.
So Joe, I see that target age ages 4 through 9th grade.
Mm-hmm.
There was another game that creating program that said 3rd through whatever.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, imagine. These kids, they've grown up with these devices, so it's going to be pretty easy for them to play. And then when you tell them that, hey, I created this, I made this.
Would you need the walk edge?